Enagic individuals have traveled from all around the world to be here today to share their strategies, advice, and maybe even a few secrets to help you create the most spectacular business you could ever imagine. Stay focused, pay attention, be alert, take notes, and most importantly, seize the moment and dream big. The 2016 Enagic Global Convention Distributor Training starts right now.
Power on. Kanya Water 9.5.
Water. It is the foundation of life as we know it. Without water, there is no life on Earth. It is powerful and patient. Dripping water can wear away a mountain. Water is soothing. When you plunge your hand into it, all you feel is a caress. Calming water is refreshing and vitalizing. It will quench even the greatest thirst. But water is more complex than most think. It has a spirit, a soul. Water embodies the spirit of the entrepreneur. It always goes where it wants to go, and nothing in the end can stand against it. If faced with an obstacle, it will bore through it, go over it, or find a way around. It is undeterred in its mission. Water is relentless, driven. It will not be stopped. It will fall from the sky or rise from the ground. It rushes down mountains and carves out canyons. It gathers together to form mighty rivers and vast oceans. Water does not know failure. It only knows success. Remember, you are a being of water. Remember this always. Accept who you are, what you are. Embrace the spirit of water. You are an unstoppable force. You are water. You are Enagic.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Eli and Jolena DeFesh.
Let's do that one more time. Let's get everybody back up on your feet. Let's get back up on your feet. Come on. Let's get that music going. Let's get that music back up. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's be the last one.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the greatest days of your life.
Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations, you made it. You did whatever it took and you got here. You went through those struggles. You went through those hardships. You did whatever it took and you got here. What do you guys say about that?
It's a really big hotel, but we need to let everybody know, not only in Las Vegas, but the Mandalay Bay, that Enagic is in the house. So when we got a hoot and howls, ladies and gentlemen, when we need to yell out, dream big. In fact, let's do that right now. I want everybody on the count of 3 to yell out the loudest you can, dream big. 1, 2, 3. Dream big! Awesome.
And you know what? That's what this weekend's about. It really is. It's about getting back to your dreams. You know, our founder, Mr. Hironori Oshiro, is really somebody that we want you to know. We want you to understand his heart. We want you to understand about his humble beginnings, his own struggles, of what he had to go through. You know what? He was a distributor just like you with Sony. That's how he started, as a distributor. And from there, he created Enagic, right? And it started as what? He started as a manufacturer back in 1974. Imagine him and his wife above a laundromat with a hand calculator. That's how he started. Humble beginnings. And the struggles that you learn about him and his family, what they went through the war. But he kept a vision, and that's what he is. He's a visionary. And to understand truly how you're going to make this company serve your needs, you've got to understand that you've got to have the mindset of a servant. And we're in the service business. And our founder, Mr. Oshiro, is all about the guy that's down and out. He's about the guy that's struggling, that's having a hard time. And what we want you to understand is more of how this man is. You know, about 5 months ago, I lost my hero. I lost my daddy. The hardest thing I've ever gone through. But you know what now? I've got Mr. Oshiro. And he's been that father image for me for almost 11 years now. He's been that second father. Imagine breaking bread with our founder. He's been to my home. He sat with my mom and my dad, with our parents, and he broke bread. And you could see in his eyes how much that meant to him to sit down and talk to our mothers, our fathers, because he wants to know the root of who you are. That's what he wants. And he wants you to understand that in this business that you have here in Enagic, that the people that you bring on that are out there in the world, that are struggling, that are having hard times, because life is not easy. He wants you to know that you have a huge responsibility, but a great gift. Because now those people that you influence, you can bring into this family of Enagic, that now they're your children, and he's the father. And he can be that for all of us. So once you get into the mind of our founder, and really what he's trying to create, which is this whole concept of social well-being. What company out there that you know of, Jelena, think about it. What company that's out there that says aim for social well-being?
Enagic.
Right? Now think about that. What does that mean to you? Do you know what aiming for social well-being means? Think about it. If we're going to have social well-being, you got to understand the 3 problems on the planet. What are they? I'll tell you the 3 problems on the planet. 2/3 of the world are in poverty. That's number 1. You know what the number 2 problem is? Poverty. What the number 3 problem is? Poverty. So 2/3 of the world is in starvation. Now, if our founder is saying, let's aim for social well-being, then that means that in order to have social transformation, okay, then we have to teach people about social, which means community, social meaning people, then we've got to teach people how to take care of themselves. So when you teach a man how to take care of himself and then take care of his family, only at that time can you teach that same man how to teach others how to take care of themselves and their families. So what business are you in? You're in the business of what? Of influence. We are influencers. That's what we do. And so when you meet a man on the street who's a stranger, and you do that every day, be interested. Ask them about themselves, how they feel, what do they want out of life. And then that person will begin to trust you. And then from there, they'll become an acquaintance. And then as the friendship starts, they'll actually turn into a friend. And from then, you can make them a partner. Because at the end of the day, you're not in the water business, you're not in the Ukon business, okay? You are in the connection business. And your ability to influence and connect with people and be able to get into their hearts and their minds, only then will they open up to you and want to know about your products and want to know about your company. Would you agree, Jelena?
I would totally agree, Eli. You're 100% right. And that's something else very, very special about our company, ladies and gentlemen. This is your company. Know that, own it, and for those of you that were at the demonstration last night, Eli said each and every one of us are Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro. So this is your company, but more importantly, it's a family. It's a true family. We love the young generation that is just coming in here by the droves. Thank you, thank you. But you know what's even more amazing about them? They've gone through maybe 2, 3, 5, whatever it may be, deals out there, but they all come back, and the thing that they say, the number 1 is it's family. They know that this is their home. This is the home where each and every one of us, if you stay focused, stay committed, nothing in life worth having is easy. The wonderful person you're married to, having the good children, the obedient children, whatever it may be in life, giving back to the community, it comes with effort, it comes with time, it comes with persistence and continuing working to achieve that. But having a true family here where the security, and Eli said last night, this is where you're gonna have maybe for some of us, your first home. You're going to maybe find your husband and wife here, as Bob Gradelli and a few others of our son Wadia. You know, so you'll start your family here. This is where you create your true legacy and dynasty. But it isn't going to come easy. You're going to see amazing speakers, top leaders here, income earners walk across the stage. Eli and I, Daniel, Cynthia, Michelle, we all have a heartache story, ladies and gentlemen. know that just like, you know, you hear that song and it's that one-hit wonder. Let me tell you something, there is not a one-hit wonder. Let's talk about the struggles and the heartaches and the ups and downs of life that one-hit wonder went to have that moment of success. But ladies and gentlemen, we can promise you this can be your moment of success if you embrace it, be in a place of gratitude, and know what this company is going to provide for you and the people that you share it with.
Amen to that, Jelena. Amen to that. So this weekend is about you. It's about you taking a deep look inside yourself about what it is that you want. Because what you think about, you bring about. And you know what? When you step out of your comfort zone, you're gonna fail. I'm gonna say it again. When you step out of your comfort zone, immediately you're gonna fail. Now a lot of people are gonna say, you know what, man? I don't like stepping out of my comfort zone because it buries me. I feel down. I feel like I don't want to be in that place. But you know what? You're like a seed. And in order for you to grow, you got to get buried. And then you start to sprout out. You start to find out more things about yourself. And you start looking at the things that you've been uncomfortable with, like picking up a phone and calling somebody, like walking up to a stranger and having a conversation, like sharing who you are. At the end of the day, what we do is simple. Really, very, very simple. It's about recruiting, or you can use it a different name. It's about connecting. So as you connect and as you share this philosophy with people, you give them information, you tell your story, and then you introduce them to other people that share their story, and then you just ask them, do you have any additional questions? Are you ready to join our family? Are you ready to change your life? It's that simple, but it's hard work. And if you're willing to do whatever it takes, you can have the life that we have. We do whatever we want, when we want, with whom we want. We can travel. If we don't work for a year, our income will only go up. And you know something? Yours can be like that. There's a lot of people going to come across this table, and nobody is more talented than you. So but at the end of the day, where's your burning desire? If you have a burning desire, then you can have what you want. Remember, look in your founder's eyes today, if you get close to him, and look inside his eyes. And you know what? You're going to see a man who loves you, who wants the best for you, and then you'll know the heart of your founder, and you'll get that vision of spreading social well-being, of teaching people physical health, financial health, and peace of mind health. We love you guys. We want you guys to rock and roll. You guys, may all your dreams come
God
true.
bless each and every one of you. Make today your day. May all your dreams come true and dream big. Dream big. Dream big.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Daniel D. McCauley.
Wow. By the way, this place is gonna get packed, so I'm sure within an hour this place is gonna be jam-packed. I'd like to welcome all of you and make sure that today that you listen and take notes. I just wanna say one thing. Did everybody get their fan? Okay. Did some of you get it? Like mine is in, this one is in Spanish. And I think some of you, you can get it in Italian. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let me explain to you what today is about, okay? The one thing I want you to do is make sure that you listen. And I do this at the beginning of every one of our trainings because most people don't listen. Especially the top people. They'll talk, and they never listen. Okay? I want you to focus and listen today. Do me a favor, everybody here, get your hands free for a second. Okay? Everybody here, get your hand, go like this. Get your hands free. Okay, I'm gonna tell you to do something. I'm gonna count to 3. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna say go, and when I say go, I want everybody here to clap their hands as loud as they can. Help me out, and please participate. Keep your hands free. All right, 1, 2, 3. Go. I need for you to listen today. I just told you to do something 10 seconds ago, and yet your mind is way ahead of you. All right, you can pick up your notes now. I just wanted to get your attention. Please listen today, and let me explain to you what we want to do today. Okay, let me see if I can get this going. I believe they said this will click there. There's the objective. Okay. Today's objective is this. 1, training and learning. 2, advice from the very best. Whoop, sorry, backed up. Can you back up? Okay. You're gonna get advice from the very best. We're gonna introduce special guests and top producers up here. You need to see the big picture of what you are a part of. It's a lot bigger than what you're thinking. You need to get motivated to take action. That's what we want to do today. And we want you to network, mingle, meet, greet, and exchange. And most of all, seize the moment. Okay? Now the first speaker that I'm going to bring up here is one of the top trainers in Enagic. He's been with the company over 9 years. He's from Los Angeles. He's one of my good friends. And let me tell you how I judge people. When I meet somebody, I always judge people, especially when I get to know them, on how they treat their family. 1, and are they church going? That's what I look for in people. That's when I know that if you open them up, they have a good soul. So this first person, I'm letting you know, he is one of the best. Family man, has 3 beautiful daughters, lives in Los Angeles. I'm glad to be sharing the stage with him. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to him, take a lot of notes, and take action on what he explains to you, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring up on the stage one of my really good friends in the Enagic business from Los Angeles, Mr. Omar Ramirez.
For 4 months, I ignored the phone call. For 4 months. And he finally said, Omar, I need to ask you one question. He said, where do you want to be next time this year? Next year, at this time, next year, 12 months from now, where do you want to be? He knew my situation. Anyone ever been in a difficult position? Yeah? Okay. Sometimes it's hard to think straight, right? And I told him, I said, well, look, I don't want to be where I'm at now. I want things to change. He asked me another question. He said, how are you going to do it? I didn't have an answer for him. I really didn't. I mean, my background, for those of you who don't know, I've actually been involved in the aerospace industry. I was a procurement manager for Boeing, worked for a time for Raytheon, Lockheed Martin. Never had any sales experience, okay, just so you know. I was just an average guy, average job, average life. And everything turned around, and just one day, literally, when they called me, they said I didn't have a job anymore. And so there I was, recently married with my wife, and lost my main source of income. A few months later, lost our house. And he called me, invited me to a demo. A water demo. I told him his name's Gil. I said, Gil, listen, right now it's just, I can't do anything like that right now. I need to take care of some real serious matters right now. So he asked me, okay, well, how are you going to do it? I didn't have an answer. So I went to the demo in Pasadena, California. I'll never forget, my wife went with me, and we didn't know what to expect. And there was about maybe 10 people in the room. They had a little laptop. We all got around a little together, and they kept coming around serving our cups with this amazing water. They said, just drink. And I said, I'm fine, actually. This is about as much as I ever drink, you know. So after like the 4th or 5th glass, I realized that every time I said no, they just kept pouring. And so, make a long story short, I saw the demo. It blew me away. I wanted to see the machine. They kept talking about this Japanese technology. And I said, okay, can I see it? They said, we actually have it over there. It's connected in one of the, they had it hooked up in some kind of like little janitor closet, you know, type thing. And so I went over there, and it was Bob Cordelli. Anyone know who that guy is? Yeah, let's give it up, all right. See, I knew him before. Now he's like this super mega star, and he's, all over the world. He's just got married with his beautiful wife, Jenny. They have 2 precious children. So there he was in the, with the machine, right? So he comes out of the closet, and not that closet, you know what I'm talking, he comes out of that, come on, stop it. He came out of that room, and I said, hi, I'm Omar. He said, hey, how are you? I said, yeah, can I see the machine? He started pushing all these buttons. I was blown away. And fast forward, this was May of 2007. So fast forward, April 2008. By that time I was already a 6'8". Don't ask me how I got there. I have no idea. Okay. So it's just in a matter of a few months, just helping, giving the water to a few people I knew, and they got excited about the results. And so April comes around, I get another phone call from my upline, my sponsor, and he says, "What are you doing today?" And I said, "Man, I'm asleep, man. What do you mean? What am I doing?" He said, "There's a party today." I said, "It's Wednesday. Who throws a party on a Wednesday?" He said, "No, you don't understand. This is like the party of parties." It was April 16, 2008. It was a Wednesday morning. I didn't know what to expect, so I just got dressed, got in the car, went down to Torrance, California, when they just acquired that beautiful building in Torrance. And I'm telling you, it blew me away to see how many people showed up on a Wednesday morning for this celebration. It was the launch of that, the celebration of this building. And so they had, I kid you not, they had valet guys there taking your car. They had, just lines, when you walked in, lines of food. I've never seen so much food in my life. I mean, and I'm talking about lobster, shrimp, they had a meat carving station. This is a Wednesday. Now I saw the food, now I'm calling out, hey guys, they're giving away free food over here. You better get on, everyone shows up. So I'm texting, I'm calling everybody. And I had no idea really what I was stepping into that day. And I have pictures in my photo album. I look back even now, it just seems like a dream. And for the first time, I saw Mr. Oshiro. And he got on stage, and there was the back room now, which is now a warehouse, but they had it all decorated. They had all kinds of just decorations. They had these Japanese singers that came up and played music. It was beautiful, beautiful. And it was just a really a precious moment, I believe, and just for anyone who was there. And Mr. Oshiro came up, And he gave us a speech, and I just love the way his heart. He always, speaks from his heart. And he talked about the company, his story, the beginnings, and I just saw his humility. I saw his heart. I saw his compassion for people. And they asked him a question. They said, "What makes Enagic so special?" And he said 2 words. He said, "Because it's different." And they asked him, "Well, how is it different?" And he smiled, of course, to his interpreter. "It's different." And they said, "No, yeah, we understand. But how?" And he said, "It's different." And he went, and he just really, the bottom line was, Enagic is different. There's no company like Enagic. There isn't. I see it, trust me, I get hit up there. There's nothing like this company. There isn't. It's the truth. So, what I want to introduce to the new people today, so you understand the reason why Enagic has been so successful, the reason why it's grown from this little obscure company that started in Osaka, came out to the U.S., I believe in 2003, really started to make some noise in about 06. I came in 07. And folks, I'm telling you, we barely scratched the surface. Everybody that you know will have something in their kitchen with that Enagic logo on it. Trust me, give it another 5-10 years. Trust me when I say that. That Enagic logo, it's going to be like Panasonic, like Honda, like Toyota. You're going to see it everywhere. So I want you to know that the reason why we are so excited about this is because it really is a different company. Now I'm going to introduce you to the products. And I think one of the main reasons that we're kind of like set apart from everybody else is we actually have real products. I mean, you understand this industry. You know what's out there. And many of you may have gotten involved in things that are no longer around. But what I love about Enagic is that it's been in business since 1974. Think about that. My original 501 that I bought in 07 is still sitting on my counter, and it still works like the first day I bought it. Talk about integrity, right? So I want you to understand, you represent the best. Now, I'm not talking about second class. You represent the best. How many of you believe that? Let me hear a round of applause. So what I want to do for the new people, I'm going to just run through just some information that may be new to you. Some of the old timers, you know this, but really stop for a minute and understand what's in your hands. So we're going to basically talk a little bit about why this company is so unique, some of the reasons why I believe we really have something special in our hands. It's going to carry us for many, many years. I believe Enagic will be here long after we're all gone, okay? I really believe that. I know you drink Kangen water, okay? But I believe Enagic's going to be here long after we're gone. And here's some of the reasons why. Number one, we have real products. We've got the longevity. We've been around for a long time. Some of you weren't even born when this comes. I see some of the new guys who are in here now. The new generation. They're in their 20s, early 30s. To think that the company that they represent was here, long before they were even born. I mean, that's incredible. And so here we have a real company with stability, integrity. Here's something to think about. You ever look at all the locations that Enagic has offices in? I think we're at 7 offices in North America. We're in over 22 countries as we speak right now. We just opened up in India. I know Brazil is open. We're looking, I mean, this is something that's really, really incredible when you think about the vastness of what's in our hands. And you've got distribution rights anywhere in the world. Have you thought about that one for a minute? There's no territory restrictions. So you're here today in Las Vegas. Let's say you're a local, and you get a phone call from someone in Germany who wants a unit. They want to get a K8. We've got an office in Dusseldorf. You got somebody maybe in Mexico that wants to get a machine. We've got an office in Monterrey, Mexico. You've got an office in Brazil that just opened up that's exploding over there. Wow. With the Olympics and all that stuff going on. I mean, this is amazing what's happening. So we have offices all over. We have the stability. We have the integrity. We have the certifications I'll talk about in a second. Now, this has impressed me. Why? because remember, my background was in the aerospace, and I was actually in procurement. So a lot of the things that we purchased were very expensive. They were military-grade GPS systems, aircraft parts. And so as a procurement manager on the other side of the coin, these certificates were what impressed me. When they showed this to me, I said, wait a minute, I know what that symbol means. ISO, I know that. International Standardization Organization, I said, I know that. ANSI certification, it's American National Standard. I said, yeah, I know that. I said, wow, and they have all these certificates? Absolutely. And so understand that when you say Enagic, you've got the muscle behind that name. You got muscle behind that name. It's on the screen. So understand that you don't have to feel second class. You don't have to feel like, by the way, if you feel we have competition, you're mistaken. I'm sorry to tell you, there is nobody that can even come close to the level of accolades that Enagic has reached. And you can put that to the test. I'm serious. So I want to introduce you to the reason why we're here today, okay? Because if we didn't have real products, none of us would be here. So let's give it up to these bad boys that are on the screen, okay? This is what we have, the Enagic lineup. Can you see that? I love that. This is what we have, folks, in our hands. We represent the best. And so here I'm going to introduce you briefly to some of our products. And I suggest you get to know them because they all help you get to the 6A rank you want to be at, okay? All of them. So don't underestimate. Don't say, oh, I only want to do this machine, or I only want to promote this product. They're all good. They all have the Enagic logo. They all have the Enagic name on them, and they're all great products. So here's the level of R. And by the way, it looks a heck of a lot prettier than that. Does anyone remember the Sun Us machine? Whoa. I still have nightmares about that one. It was like that ugly blue and white, but it's a classic. I have it on my shelf somewhere. But this is so sleek and it's kind of sexy, It's got that silver color on it. And it's a smaller machine. It won't, for the new people, it won't produce the 11.5 and the 2.5. But it does make all the other waters. It's a great little machine. Some people call it a travel model because, of course, your wife will probably, or your husband will kill you if you take the 501 from the house, right? What are they going to stay with? So this is some call it the travel model, and it's a great machine. So this is an option. Now this one, the Junior, is also a smaller version of our classic 501. It only has 3 plates. But what's interesting about this one, it will make all 5 of the waters. All your alkaline drinking waters, it makes the 2.5, the 11.5. It's a little bit lower on the ORP scale, the antioxidant rating, but it's a great middle of the road machine. And we've actually had a lot of people who've gotten these. I know in Mexico we've sold quite a few, I think in the Philippines. And it's a great machine. So I'm not going to say anything negative about it. I actually drank from it. Tastes great. All right. So this is by the way, they remodeled this too because it used to have this salmon color to it. A salmon color. I'm not joking. It was like a pinkish yellow. It was nasty. So this was actually white. And if you look at it, it almost looks like so they're always. I love what Enagic's do. They always reinvent themselves. They never, they listen to us, they look at what people are like, and they say, okay, let's change. Let's make, and that's why I'm excited about one of these products I'm about to show you in a second. For those people who really want to indulge, let me tell you, you don't know what taking a bath is until you soak in this bad boy right here. Let me tell you, you have no idea. You have no idea. I thought it was I said, come on, shower system. The Enagic is very unique because not only does it get all that chlorine out of our water, which of course isn't good for us, but it has these very unique minerals that are great for your skin and hair. And when you bathe in this thing, and I know that it has the option to take a shower, it has a little valve on it. You can take a shower, or you can actually bathe in it. If you have a tub, treat yourself and take a bath in it. Put the water as warm as you can take it, because your pores will open up, the pores of your skin will open up. And it actually helps to pull out, you detoxify from the skin as well. Anybody ever sweat? Yes? Okay, you're detoxing when you sweat. Well, when you're in hot water, your pores will open up. You actually start to, get detoxify some of that, nasty stuff that's in our body. You're detoxing through your skin, but the water is bathing you with those precious minerals. And so my wife and I, we actually got in a little bit of an argument because she said I took too long in the bathroom. So guess what? I had to buy a second Enagic. So keep the family happy. Okay, you may need to get 2 of these. All right, but it's a great system. By the way, you can become a distributor by investing in an Enagic as your primary your entry point. And you can also get it at a discounted rate if you're a member. So there's 2 ways to buy it. But like I said, if you get it at the original price, you can become a full distributor. If you get it as a backup, you can get a member price on it. Now, this one, I believe it came out in 2008. That's when the original 501 Platinum. How many of you have this one in your house? Raise your hand. It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I remember when we first got it, what turned me onto it, habla español. Yeah, anyone here speaks Spanish? ¿Alguien habla español? Yes? Okay, yeah, all right. So that was for me, it was a blessing because people said, do you have one that speaks Spanish? I said, actually, we do now. And so in 2008, and for those of you may not know this, the original one only spoke English. And then after a few months, they reprogrammed it. It actually speaks 5 languages now. I think German, Italian, Spanish, English, and could be Portuguese. What else? French. Merci. Yes, oui, French fries, right? I don't know any other French, but anyhow, it's a gorgeous machine. And so this is one of my favorite products, and I love them all. The under-the-counter, this is a cool one for those of you who want to be stealth, who want to just make sure your counter space is nice and clean when people walk over. This is a beautiful device. It's totally stealth. You don't see anything other than that panel. And it's a little bit more money, but some people say, hey, I'll pay for it because I have a small kitchen. I want to keep my counter space clean. What I love about it is that little panel, you can still, audibly, you can hear it. So when you push the button, it still talks. Tongue and water, 9.5, 8.5, etc. So it is, I know some people are, they kind of third party do the under the counter, but why I love the 501, because you have that panel above counter, you don't have to, reach down like that, and it talks. So it is nice. I like it. I've seen them installed. They're fabulous. For those of you who are into, design and all that. All right. How many of you see this guy? Woo! I drank out of this. I didn't believe it. I said, come on. Is it really that different just because it's got one extra plate? And I was kind of like anti-K8. I was one of those guys, I'm like, come on, man. You got the 501. She's been faithful to me all these years, I felt like I would be cheating on her if I upgrade. And so I said, okay, let me try it. I'm telling you, one glass changed everything for me. One glass. We tested the ORP on this thing. I got it. And I live in the San Fernando Valley. I got this thing to a minus 830. A minus 830. That's like astronaut. That's out of this world. And so it was exciting. Put it that way. I was up all night, all right? So that's an amazing product, K8. Now, some of you, just so if you don't have it, know that it is more energy efficient, so it burns a little less electricity. And my favorite part about it, aside from the fact that it speaks 8 languages, it actually saves water. It's more energy efficient on the cleaning. The 501 has the notice of cleaning. You hear that notice of cleaning? Well, this one does it, but it's quiet, and it doesn't spit the water out. I don't know how they figured that out. Steve Trapp is around here somewhere. That's like the guru you need to. Where's Steve at, man? That guy's a genius. Mr. O'Shiro, you got a genius there, Steve Trapp. Let's give it up for Steve Trapp. I know he was one of the original guys who put that bad boy together. 8 languages, touchscreen. The ORP is out of this world, and I believe that this is going to be our. And by the way, it's already sold out. Every time they get them in stock, they're gone. Okay, so it's K8, amigos, and that's all we're seeing right now. So it's a beautiful product. This one is showing up in restaurants and hotels. The super. Anyone seen this guy? It's phenomenal. If you want to get into the food industry, the hotel, the hospitality, this is the one you want to go to because it is kind of like the, how do I say this? It's the heavy duty version of the 501. It doesn't talk, but boy, will it produce 11.5 and 2.5. I mean, you have no idea. You don't need the saline solution for this. You put the rock salt. You can use, they say you can use fine granular, not the table salt, but real fine salt. and you can make gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of the 2.5 and 11.5. So it is a cost saver if you're going to be making a lot of 2.5 and 11.5. Obviously, restaurants are going to use a lot of that. So this is a phenomenal product, and we've actually have a few of these. My good friend, Jay Johnson, he's a 6A, and you know him. He introduced these to the school districts back in California, and they love it. They have them in their, they do have them in their closets, okay, in the janitor closets, okay. But the workers sneak in there during lunch break. I wonder why. I don't know why they sneak in there, but the workers, the custodial engineers, they sneak in that every lunchtime. They go in there with bottles. I don't know what they're doing. Anyhow, this is the one that started it all. Let's give it up for the 501. This is the one that really got us on the map. Don't forget this guy, okay? I mean, this is the most ubiquitous water apparatus you'll ever see. We've seen it in commercials. I've seen it on reality shows. I've seen it on the news. I mean, you can tell it's just the colors just jump out. So we really want to recognize the fact that we've got products that stand the test of time, the 501. Now, before I go, I just want to introduce this to you because you may not be taking the supplements. Let me tell you, these are the first supplements ever that are made with Kangen water. They're harvested, the Ukon. Tons of research done on the Ukon, the benefits for your health, and just tons and tons of research has been done on how turmeric or curcumin can help you. So I encourage you, if you're not subscribed to it, get it. Some people like the capsules because they like to just pop them in, get some energy, and feel good at the beginning of the day. Some people like the tea. You can get the combo. I have them both. They're awesome, and I take them all. So every day, take them, and it's a powerful antioxidant. It has. I mean, you guys can go and just do benefits of turmeric, of curcumin, but this is very unique in that it's got all the essential oils in it. It obviously is harvested with Kangen water. And if you take supplements, you need to get this. You can actually build your business. I know a woman who got to like 6A 2-3 or 4 with just Ukon. She's the Ukon lady, I mean, I don't know how she did it. She must have found people that really like this, right? So it's great. You can build your business with it. And this is the 1-2 punch. For Kangen and Ukon, you've got it all, folks. So we really believe that we've given you the tools to go out there and make an impact in people's lives. We've got everything from the Level Car to the Super to the Kangen Ukon. And one of the things that Daniel talked about before I came up, he talked about you listening. And that was my biggest problem. I tried to force feed people one product because I didn't stop to listen to them. And I think today, this next couple of days, we're going to be together. I know you're here, and a lot of the stuff you may know, some of it you may not know. But listen, because when you listen, you can identify what area or what direction you need to go to. When I started listening to my clients, to my prospects, to my future distributors, whatever you want to call them, I understood that it's not one size fits all. And so meet people where they're at. Yes, we want everyone to have a K8. Yes, we want everyone to have Ukon. But you know what? Listen to their needs. And remember, they're going to come into this for their reasons, not for yours. Okay, so just make sure you're a better listener than you are a talker. Okay, the best salespeople I've ever met say very little. That's true. Okay, the best salespeople I've ever met talk very little, and they're one of the most successful people. So pay attention the next few days. Today you're gonna get so much information, and I promise you, if you listen, success does leave clues. Are you going to learn everything you need to know to be successful in Enagic in 2 days? Be honest. Are you going to learn everything you need to know in 2 days? Is a doctor going to learn everything he needs to learn to be a doctor in one class? No. Success leaves clues. But if you take one thing with you today that'll help you get to that next step, I promise you it'll be worth it. Greatness comes as a result of asking great questions. The phone call I got 4 years ago, he asked, where did I want to be next year at this time? He asked me a second, he said, how are you going to get there? I didn't have a vehicle until he showed me this. And the last question changed the direction of my life. He asked me, why do you want to get there? I don't know why you want to get to 6A or beyond or whatever it is, whatever your goals are. But ask yourself, why do you want to get there? We got the how, Enagic's the best vehicle. This is a Ferrari, okay? I mean, this ain't no skateboard. This is a Ferrari. This will take you as far as you want to go. But you have to ask yourself why. All right, I'll see you guys at the top. Thank you for letting me talk today. Listen, okay? God bless you guys. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage one of the top distributors from Washington, Mr. Jim Gilliand.
Good morning, Enagic family. First of all, I thank Mr. Oshiro and Mr. Hegan, the Enagic staff, for putting this on. You know, today is my privilege to introduce one of our leaders in the field. He came from a period of adversity in his life, and he brought himself up out of the ashes. And you know what? He took it on, and he decided he's going to become a fitness coach, a personal trainer. And from that, he's able to go ahead and, when he got involved in Enagic, to bring people into this from a different viewpoint, from health and wellness. Our next speaker, he's a 6A 9-3. Let me introduce to you our next speaker, Wadia Daifish.
I want to feel the energy. Come on, feel the energy. That's right, baby. It's the energy. The water that we're drinking is filled with energy, so I want to feel it. So first and foremost, I want to greet you guys. Good morning. Now, as we start off, where I come from, we say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of the Creator, the loving, be upon each and every single one of you. And truly, to Mr. Oshiro, for we are forever grateful for the dream that he dreamed. Because as he says, dreams aren't meant to be just for dreaming, but they are meant to come true. And that's exactly what he envisioned. And when you have such this inspiration of inside of you to want to make a difference in life, the Creator will give it to you because of who we are as human beings. Because you understand something, how great this company is and how blessed it is. You know, towards the end, it says towards the end of times, the hardest thing that you're going to find is a lawful, halal, kosher business that is beneficial towards humanity and uniting humanity as a whole and giving all thanks and praise to the Creator for what you have been given. And this company offers that, not just to us all, but to all of humanity. Because why? Mr. Oshiro's dream and vision is to what? To purify and unify humanity globally. That is the mission that we're on. It's a global mission. When people ask me, what do? I don't sell water. I sell freedom. I sell a better life. I allow people to have a better opportunity to leave where they're coming from, of the struggles and tribulations, and to come into something where they can have true freedom, life by design, where they can truly be on top of the world and where they want to be, not from where they came from. Because society doesn't dictate what your value is worth. You dictate what your value is worth. And I'm somebody who doesn't settle for less. I tell you that much. And I've had a lot of trials and tribulations my entire life. And you know what trials and tribulations are? They're nothing but character building days. So my entire life, I have been working on myself continuously, growing that mindset. Because where's the clicker? I wonder if they have the picture of my PowerPoint. Let's see. That's the better version of me. But see, when I first started, thank you, this company will give you everything that you ever desired. I'm going to get into that. But when I first started, I didn't have my house, right? I had just gotten my freedom back after 10 years. I was at rock bottom as a single father at the age of 28. Do you think I could even fathom or imagine me being where I am right now today? No way! When I first got involved with this with my father, who was not just my best friend, but my mentor, I have a great father, so please give it to my dad, Eli Gaffis. Believe me, it's not just me that got me here. It's the Creator, my father, my family, and each and every single one of you. So to me, this means everything to me. So I had no idea where my journey was where it was gonna take me. All I wanted at the time was my health, and that was what my father was most concerned about. He said, I want to help my son. He's coughing every 30 seconds, night sweats, vomiting, fatigue, no energy. He's gone through all these trials. I want to help him get back on his feet. So the first thing that it wasn't an opportunity. It was, drink this water. And I'm like, you're crazy, it's water. How's it going to help me? He said, read these books. So I started reading these books by doctors, understanding the benefits and the credibility and the value behind Kangen water. I was blown away by what I didn't know. And I used to be an extreme athlete. So for me, I was like, okay, give me the water, let me try it. And immediately I started feeling a difference. Immediately my body started to respond and recover from what it was dealing with for those 4.5 years. And after a month on the water, I felt brand new. I literally felt like, coming out of the cocoon into a butterfly. I was like, here I am. I just went from black and white to HD. So now I said, now I want to get back on my feet. I want to start to understand this technology. So I furthered my education. Why? Because I've always knew that knowledge was everything. You have to remember, you have to remain a student from the cradle to the grave. Never stop seeking knowledge. Because if you really want to prove who you are as an individual and a human being, the only way to understand yourself is to dive into knowledge, and then you understand who you are as a human being. As my father says, we are servants. We are servants because we are dependent on what? We are dependent on the Creator for air, for shelter, for food, for water, which is life, which we're created from. And then what do? We want to connect with each and every one of humanity and to serve one of them and share the water with compassion. And as you do so, you will start to receive those benefits. And that's what happened into my life. So I furthered my education, and I said, now it's time for me to get back on my feet. Became a holistic nutritionist, a naturopathic physical trainer. I wanted some credibility. So when I talked to somebody, they didn't just hear the compassion, they didn't hear the conviction coming through. They knew that I had credibility to help them reach them in their fitness goals, to have a better lifestyle when it came to health and wellness. So LA Fitness hired me as the GM of the top trainer of Pro Results. And I began to share the water, and I would say, every person that went to the gym that came in, I'd say, let me see what you're drinking. They'd hand it to me. I'd say, do you know that this is hindering you from reaching your fitness goals? This is causing more oxidative stress in your body. So I would take it, I would throw it away. And then they would think I was crazy. I'd say, don't worry, you trust me, right? I'm your trainer. Here, drink this. And I'd give them the Kangen water. And I was pushing it on to people. And as they started to drink it, they started to respond. And I really wasn't trying to build the business. I was really trying to help the person that was in front of me. So as I was helping them and giving the water, it started to spread. And before I knew it, I went from no sales to 150 sales within my organization. 34 of them were direct within like 8 to 10 months. And then my father tells me, welcome to my world of network marketing. I'm like, what? He's like, human connection. And when you have a product that's life-changing, all you gotta do is share your story, share the water, let it happen. And that's what I started to do, because I really didn't know how to approach it. So when you're coming at this for the very first time and you're a new distributor, follow what the leaders do. Don't reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already established. Jump into the system, connect with them, because we have so much that's available from content. There's so much value that's on the internet and YouTube. Because back in the day, the dinosaur days, 10 years ago, it was demonstrations every day, product demonstrations. Now everything is recorded, so everything is accessible on the internet. Because so if I'm talking to somebody around the world that's not even from my same state, I can't hand them water. What I can do is I can share some information, share a video, share a live opportunity call that we do twice a day, 5 days a week. We have 2 of them on Saturdays. When you plug yourself into the system, then that will show and engage the value of the exposure of the product. Then introduce them to other team members, family members that are involved in Enagic that actually see success, and let them help answer the questions to the person that you're bringing in. And as you do that, you will begin to learn, and you'll develop learning the skills of what people are saying that works the best. And as you do that, as you mimic, because how do you think all us leaders got here? We all were copying one another. Okay, that one works the best for this person. That one works the best. I remember with so many stories in here, success stories that you would hear. Why? But you just got to run for it. Don't be so analytical and I got to understand everything and read it. Just start moving into action. If you've read Mr. Ashiro's book, phenomenal. He says, just move, just keep moving. And if you're making a mistake, don't worry, you can always go back and fix it. And think about water. Water is forever moving, forever moving into the valleys. Once it stops, it becomes stagnant. What happens to water? It starts to die. Moss starts to grow, mosquitoes start to come infest. You got to continuously be moving, always moving, interaction. People want to ask me how I build. Well, there's so many different ways to build. You just got to find your niche into Enagic and how you want to build. But how I personally do is interaction. Social media, by sharing my life. And I tell you, the young demographic, they have a movement when it comes to social media that is making it so much easier. And all we do is we just share each other's videos and stories showing the success of other people, and people can see it visually. And then from there, you have the codes, you have the videos. That's what I use. Or in interaction when I meet people on an every single day basis, continuously growing. But there's so many different avenues from internet marketing. I would say use them all, whatever fits your best character. But it all starts with the mindset. You have to have the mindset to continually grow. If you feel like you're in disparity, or it's too hard, or it's too struggle, hold on to someone that's successful in this business. Go to your leader and say, I need help. Help me. What do I need to do? Hold my hand. Because we are all here to what? To help one another. The more we help one another, the more the mission is going to be accomplished throughout the world. Because that's the main purpose. Is to be in service to everyone throughout humanity to help them out. Because this water is what? What is it doing? It's completely changing the healthcare industry, health industry through the technology, and it's uplifting the economies all over the world in third world countries. I mean, look what Indonesia and Malaysia are doing. They're rebuilding their country. They're rebuilding each community, is building churches and masjids and schools. How is that possible? Why? Because of this company and what it offers. This is home for everyone around the world, and they don't even know it yet. You have to be the messenger. You have to be the one to show them where to plant their flag, where to show them that this is home. And this is just the beginning. You think this is growing now? We've only hit, what, 1.5, maybe 2% at the most of California, let alone the world. When people say, I don't say Kangen water, they may not have heard of it. I'll say, have you ever heard of alkaline water? They'll say, oh yeah, I heard of alkaline water. Well, it was my company, Enagic, the one that actually started the technology and brought it to the US. I let them know we're the one that lead the trend when it comes to this technology. I lead it to the right way. I let them know, don't be fooled by anything cheaper, right? Because you don't want to compromise on your own health. So you want to buy the best. We all want the best. And that's what I offer. And so when I tell people in a meeting, when I start talking to them, I'm asking questions. I'm connecting with people on a daily basis, trying to feel and see what it is that they're looking for in their life. Because everyone's looking for something different. So when I know exactly what it is that they're looking for, I know exactly how to deliver it and how to approach it. Because I want to be the one to help make that difference, help make that change in their family. So come on, let me hear this energy, let me feel it. Give me a round of applause to show you how you feel today. So remember, it all starts with the mindset. Because if you really, it all starts with the way you think. Exactly? So once you start to change your mindset, you start to read and understand knowledge, and you start to gain into it, now your thinking is going to start to change. It's going to be more positive. The more interaction that you do with positive environment, healthy people, then your words that you speak into existence will start to change. And once you change your words, then you can change your habits. Your actions, I'm sorry, you can change your actions, because your actions is what molds your action into your habits. And then once you're able to change your habits, you're able to finally change your character of who you are, and then you'll be fully in control of your destiny. And to me, I was always running towards that bigger picture and that dream. I wanted to be free. I wanted to be completely disconnected from anything that was negative of the world. I was tired. I was ready for a better life. And I know there's people in this room that feel the same way. They want a better life. And the only way that you're going to achieve that is that you actually have to understand what it is that you have in your hand. I know that I have the goose that lays the golden egg. I know that I have the fountain of youth. Let me understand something. This is what I have right here, besides that beautiful wife on my arms. I call it true freedom through true health. That's what I offer people. Emotional health, social health, spiritual health, occupational, intellectual, physical, financial, all these things. In order to achieve ultimate wellness and well-being, you have to have this balance and this healthy mindset in each and every one of these categories. Because in order to tap emotionally to having that healthy lifestyle is what? It starts with the body, correct? So the first thing I want to do when I meet somebody is I want to help them physically. Improve their life, improve the life of their children, their family through the product. Let the product speak to them. Because once they fall in love with the water, it's all over. It's game over. They're all in. And then once they start to share their story and share it with compassion with their family and friends, then they're going to start to receive the financial benefits. It's not about the money, it's about helping people. So when there's more people that you help, the more you're going to start to receive those benefits financially. And all of a sudden one day you're going to wake up like me 10 years later and have a reflection and be like, whoa, I have no stress. I have no depression. I have no anxiety. I have no worries about if I'm going to be able to provide for myself, let alone my children, which to me is family, is everything. My future is set. It's so set. It's set all the way down to my legacy. I can hand each different positions to each one of my children. That's what this company offers. Of 10 years of reflection, I came to a conclusion. I said, this company is not just selling water, selling a product. It's allowing people to achieve true freedom through true health. Exactly what every human being needs across the world because they're starving. They're in dire need of a better life, a better community, a better environment, and a need to understand who they are as human beings and where they're going to. And to me, it's all about good deeds, because the only thing I'm going to leave this earth right here when I enter into the next life, because life's eternal. There is no death. It's eternal. So when I transition to the next, I want to make sure I have all the good deeds that I imaginable that I did on this earth that I can take with me to benefit me in the afterlife. And there's certain things that you can do and to achieve to receive those benefits. And let me tell you, one, you can plant trees. Do you know that when you reach a certain rank in this level, Mr. Oshiro plants a tree with your name on it? So when you plant trees and you've already transitioned and left, what happens? That tree is giving shelter and giving life and giving fruits to its surroundings and of life that are living around it, right? Or building wells. Well, what is our system? It's like giving somebody a healthy spring well in their home. To me, that's what it is, because this water can do what? It can take undrinkable water and all of a sudden make it drinkable. So now all of a sudden, when you leave and this water is spreading throughout thousands of people, you will receive the benefits for that. Building schools, building centers, that's my ultimate dream goal, is to build a school. Once I leave this earth, I want to make sure I leave something behind to benefit humanity as knowledge and uplifting. Because unfortunately, sometimes in society, you can be like, this is not working. The way they're saying it's a 40-hour work week, going to college, getting in debt, yeah, I'm all for education, but for schooling, that's not it. Right? It's about finding the better way of life and how to succeed. Because when you go ask somebody that's in the young demographic, because I came from the young demographic, I'm still 37, right? I knew exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to settle for less. I didn't want a boss. I wanted to be my own boss. And these guys that are coming straight out of college, they're saying, I'm already in debt from student loans. I need to have a better way of life, and I don't want a boss. I want to create my own life by design. I want to travel the world and have the income to do it and help people along the way and take my machine everywhere I go. And that's what I do. I take it as a travel on. And that's what the young demographic are doing. And when you show them the ability of where they can achieve the dreams through this company, you can say, hey man, there's no 9 to 5. There's no boss. You can go to work when you want to go to work. And you can share it with all your friends. Just go one big social party, have them over at your house and call it inspiration, a new life, and new beginnings. And then videotape it and show it on social media to attract more people. And that's what's going on. It's a movement. And that's when you have to understand something, because it's all about making a difference, not just in your life, but the lives of others. And when you do that and you show them the way through their niche of how they can connect to it, then it's it. You did it for them. So because there's so many ways and different approaches, this water will fit into each and every person's life. And then all of a sudden they'll understand. And as they connect, see what I do as they connect and I engage people, I show people the true meaning of life. And because it all starts with what? The first thing is procreation, cultivation, civilization, to make humanity a better place. This company offers that. It offers the ability. Do you know that the Enagic, we have a school, we have a university, we have resorts, we have a baseball team, we have a Coco. Mr. Oshiro is putting things in place to help other people out. I can't hear you from this far. Cynthia Bagante up here is giving me some more points. She's one of the top women around the world. So as you see, this company allows people to benefit in all different angles and opportunities. And so I engage with people and show them that this is it. This is what they need to find to get to where they need to go. So One thing I want to talk as I was talking about the meaning of life is all about cultivation and civilization and making something better. Having something that's going to benefit humanity as a whole. Now the next thing is what? The Creator wants to watch you. He wants to see your true intention. What are your motives? Why are you in this? And when He sees that you're in this to make a difference, not just for selfish needs or for gain or for money, He'll give it to you. He reward that. And then all of a sudden you will receive the blessings for that. And as you're dealing with struggles and you're dealing with tribulations of how am I going to market this? Which avenue am I going to take this? It says, don't worry, because just have the patience. And as you have the patience, you will actually, the answers will come to you. Just make sure you plug in. I always tell people, plug into what Enagic already has to offer. A lot of people don't do that. You have to be coachable, trainable. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, so you have emotional, social, spiritual, occupational, into the physical, all the avenues of Enagic that has to offer. So what I want to say is this is a event business. This business is, so you want to bring people into the company any which way you can to let them see the exposure. It's all about the exposure. Because remember, people don't say no to the water. They say, no thank you, not right now, because you haven't given me enough exposure to make me say, you know what, this is for me. So you have to find out which avenue, which direction you want to take. And if you agree, let me know, let me hear it. If you agree on which direction for them to take, they will jump right in. And then they will say, thank you. Thank you for giving me the means to better my life and change it. And I always lean with the water. I lean with the videos. And I bring people in so they can actually see what this company has to offer as a whole. Because as you can tell, we're all one big family in here. And to have a family business, to me, that was everything for my father. It was something he could pass down to his family. So not only was he, because he was like running at this at the very beginning, telling me this is the wave of the future, you have no idea, this is everything that we've been looking for. And I was like, you're crazy. Are you serious? I just thought it was a water filter. I got guys in my teams right now that are these young 682s, and a year ago they were like, I don't want to sell no water filter. They still had no idea what it is that they had. They had no idea that this was home. But as I started to be patient and work with them and still be their brother and still let them know, hey man, I'm here for you. And I would show them that this company is going to offer them everything that they're looking for. It's not a quick, rich scheme. It's none of that. It's actually a genuine company that you can actually give to your parents, give to the people that you care about, give to your family, because family is everything. It's all about legacy. And that's the main thing to me, is what I'm focused about, is my family. This was actually my wedding. See, I met my wife, my dream wife, here in this company. So when I started off, I had nothing. I had nothing, but this company offered everything that I was looking for. And all I had to do was remain patient and stay focused on the main goal, which is to be a service and help others. And as I began to do that, the Creator says, let me reward you. Now let me give you everything that you're not to complete. What is it that you're looking for? Because you know what your wife is? It's your better half. In my faith, it completes your path. Without it, you have half of your religion. So now I have the fullness of everything that I'm looking for through my wife. And then through that, my family. And then not just my immediate family, but now my extended family globally. Because when I travel, I can stay at my extended family member team's houses and places that connect with people that are all throughout the world connected through me. And to me, that is everything. It's a legacy that I'm establishing, not just for myself, but for my children. Because I want what? I want my sons to have the best life. You want your children to have the best life. You want them to be Kungan babies coming up. You want to, because of what this water offers. And as you do that, I mean, look around you with the leaders, you start to see like, wow, these people have the lifestyle of what I'm looking for. And this company will offer it to you. All you have to do is share it, because you're at the right place, the right time with this company, and all you have to say is I'm in this moment, I'm ready to change my life, I'm ready to make a difference, I want what they have and I want more, I want to share water with everybody. And if you guys agree with me, let me hear it. Because it is possible. By means, it is possible. I am still in awe. I am in complete awe that I am here today on this day. That's how grateful I am, because just from 10 years ago, reflecting of where I came from. In my mindset, if I just had my health and my freedom, but I was dead broke, I'd be the happiest guy in the world. And so to me, to know that I have all of this abundance, I am forever grateful. And all I want to do is share it and give it to everybody around that I see. And me and my wife, we're running at it. We're connecting. People say, man, you got a smile ear to ear. You guys are glowing. What is it? And we're just like, it's this water that we're drinking right here. Let me tell you about it. It doesn't matter where we are. We're constantly traveling on the go, and we're sharing it. And people are saying, wow, these people have something. They have an understanding. They're doing something right. What is it? I let them know. It's Enagic. It's this company. Because yes, you can have the knowledge, you can have the understanding. A lot of people do around the world. You can have health, but if you're stuck in a situation of poverty and you're chasing after money 24 hours a day, just trying to take care of your family, and you're not there to help raise your children because you're running for work, that's unfair. That's not right. To me, I don't like that at all. So I want to be able to show people that say, I'm going to give you your time back. It's time freedom. So you can spend every single day with the ones that you love and be able to provide for them the best way of life that life has to offer, and that's with this company, globally around the world. And when you share that with somebody and they see that, they're going to be forever grateful. And to me, that is the most rewarding thing to me, is when people tell me, thank you. And you know what I say? Don't thank me, thank God. Thank God for giving this to you. Because it's not me. I'm just a deliverer. I'm just a reminder. I'm just a messenger here to deliver to the message of a better way of life. Just like you can. They say, bring a horse to water, but can't make him drink. You can't help everybody. But if you have the intention to do so, hey, present it. And if they're ready for it, then they'll take it. And then all of a sudden they'll see the difference, and they'll be forever grateful. And your family, your extended family, will grow, 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 and grow. And then hopefully, when you meet your Creator, you'll say, I hope I did right by you. And then and then if He shows that you show compassion and mercy, and you want to make a difference to His creation, He will reward you with that eternal life. And to me, that is what I'm looking for. That is my main goal. So I want to thank you all. I want to let you guys know that you're in no better company, no better place at the right time. And this is it. It's Enagic. So thank you very much. Let's give not just me a round of applause, but let's give Mr. Oshiro and this company a great round of applause for this company and everything it has to offer. So thank you very much to my Enagic family. I love you all, and I'm so happy for the change that's going to happen into your life. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Mr. Daniel D. McCauley.
Let's give Wadia one more round of applause. You know, all these trainers came from different parts of the world. And I want to let you know, because a lot of people always ask me, which training is good in Enagic? Because people train different ways. When you get to the top level, I just want to let you know, all of them are absolutely correct. They've gotten to where they are by doing what they're doing and training what they do. So all of them are correct. You want to choose the best one for you and make it happen for you, the one that's comfortable. Now the next speaker coming up is one of the best around. I heard this guy on a conference call for the first time, and I was mesmerized. And the reason I was mesmerized is because he comes from the heart. He's from Arkansas, lives actually in North Carolina, works in Oklahoma and Texas, and I believe he is one of the best trainers in the industry of Enagic, because his training comes from the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Danny Daniels.
can just think about yourself. You want to always pat yourself on the back, because you've come this far to get to this here. You need to just keep on going, just like you're going. Where's that? I don't know where the clicker is. Oh, there it is. It's over here. Dream big. Always keep that in mind. Just dream big. It doesn't cost any more to dream big than it does small. So always keep that in mind. Relations. You know, relations is one of the biggest things that I can do. When I build relations, I go to Walmart, I build relationships with people. I'm going wherever I go, to a grocery store, wherever I go, I'm building relationship with people. And you always open the door for the people that you're waiting on or whatever, because you never know, it might be your next prospect. And I always think that if I can help them get a machine on their counter, then I have helped them a lot. You know, that's a big deal. This is called high technology water equipment. If you mention a lot about maybe ionized equipment or something, they're going to go on the internet right away. But I always get people ready for that. But I always mention high technology water equipment. That's big, you know, that you can actually do that, you know, because they don't have no clue what you're talking about, so you want to show them, you know. And the models of the machines is a big deal. Omar done a great job on that, so you've got all the models there and the different waters. You know, I always make sure that I give them all the water. I want to build so much value in that machine that they want it then, right then. And if you don't build value in it and you try to sell them one, then you just cost yourself, you're going to have to start all over again. You want to build enough value. If you build it up to $2,000 value and you're trying to get $4,000, it's never going to happen. And keep that in mind, that you don't want to put no pressure on them until you build enough value. I give them 11.5, 2.5, and I give them instructions how to use it all. I give them the beauty water, you know, and I always start people out on 8.5 or 9, either one. You know, it depends on the situation. Every situation is different. And keep it as simple as you can. The simpler you can keep this, the better it is. I usually never use a PowerPoint. I usually just talk just like how I learn it from all the other folks that are in the business. Build value. Build as much value as you can. If you don't build enough value, you've really cost yourself. And become a product of the product. That's another way to build value in it. Tell them what it has happened to you. You know, what it has done for you. It's like myself, I had arthritis and gout and high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and my back hurt for 25 years, and I had headaches, and I had prostate problems. I had all these problems, and they all went away eventually while I started drinking water. So I'm a believer. I'm a believer in the water. When you believe in it yourself, people can tell by the way you're talking to them if you believe in it or not. I sold 16 of these over the telephone right after I got in, because I had bought one over the telephone. I didn't know any better. I just thought that's the way you did it. I called people on the phone. Hey, trust me on this, I'd tell them. And they bought it. And then I run out of my warm market, and I started having to do things different. So now I let the water do the heavy lifting for me. I give it to them for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's the way I do it now. Product is a product, though. This is the main thing. Make a list of the names of every person that you've known since first grade or kindergarten. Don't leave anyone off. I got me a spiral notebook and I laid it in the seat of my car, and every time I thought of someone, I'd pull over and write their name down. I don't leave anybody off that list. One time I left a guy off, and he called me one time and he said, have you ever heard of Kangen water? Yes, I have, Keith. how long have you had it? I said, I've got a machine. He said, how long have you had it? And I said, a year. How come you never called me? He went on the internet and bought one from somebody that had a website with Enagic and bought it, and then I helped him get to 6A and beyond. He lives in Alaska. I should have called him. He would have been my 6A instead of someone else's. And that's the way that works. So you want to make sure. I went to auctioneer school with a gentleman one time, and I was driving down the road and I happened to think of him. I hadn't talked to him in 30 years. I didn't know where he lived or nothing. I told my wife, I called her and I said, look up Bill Harbin. I need to talk to him. And she called a hold of him, and I called him. I went by his house in Tennessee, left the machine for 2 weeks, come back in 2 weeks, and he said, I have to have one of them. It's that easy, folks. This is not hard. Keep it simple. The simplest that you can keep it, the better it'll work every time. If you try to make it hard, it'll never work very well for you. Qualify every person that you get into the business. Every person. Do not leave anybody unqualified. And I'll tell you how I qualify them. When they call me and they'll say, how can I get this water for free for 3 weeks? I'll say, first you have to qualify. And then I'll wait for them to say, what do I have to do to qualify? And I'll say, first, you can't drink any energy drinks, soda pop, and sometimes they'll hang up the phone right then. You know, and then I said, second, you have to watch a water demonstration. You can either watch it online, I can give you a DVD, or I can do it in person. And third, they have to drink a ½ ounce per pound per day. If you don't qualify them, it will cost you. I'll give you an example. A lady called me from Sanford, North Carolina, and she said, a lady was telling me about that I could get this water for free. How can I get it? First, you have to qualify. Mildred was her name, and she said, well, what I have to do? And I said, first, you can't drink any soda pop or energy drinks for 3 weeks. And she just hung up the phone. In about an hour, she called me back and she said, Mr. Daniels, I'll do whatever you tell me to if I can get that water. So I went back over it again. In 1 week, she bought a machine. Now, I would have never sold that machine if I hadn't qualified it. So you must qualify people if you want to sell these machines. It's easy to do that. I don't know what that's doing. I don't know if I've done that or not. Learn to use three-way calls. Three-way calls, if you don't do them, when they got me in, Michelle Rayleigh was on the other end of the line, and she done a three-way with me, and that was a no-brainer. If you'll have someone on the phone with you, that is a big deal. I mean, that's a third-party validation. You cannot beat that. That is the best. Follow up with your prospects. Your prospects I'm really, really good at that. When I call, I make a 5x7 card on every person. Make sure that you follow up. If you don't follow up, the money is in the follow-up. And this is not all about the money, folks. This is about helping people. If you can help people, this is such a marriage. You can help someone, and then you can help yourself at the same time. There's no better deal in the world than that right there. Of course, I don't have to tell you. You already know. If you're this far, you're already there. Stay focused. Stay focused on just different things. I mean, when you talk to someone, you just stay focused on that. When I get up the first thing in the morning, the first thing I'm thinking about is water. When I get up at night to go to the bathroom, I'm thinking about water. You know, that's the way that works. And you know, and so okay, I'm back to this one here. It went on for some reason. All right. Be on all the calls and all the functions like this here. Be on all of them if you can. On all the calls, Be on all the calls as you can be. Make a weekly plan. Figure out what you're going to do all week long. Don't just get up in the morning and think you're going to do something. You know, you don't even know what you're going to do. Make sure that you have it written out. If I write it out, I don't never forget it. But if I don't write it out, if I just think about it, I forget about it. And so write it out, and you know where you're going to go from there. And stick to it too. Just figure out how many people you're going to talk to. Say you're going to talk to 20 people a week. Do that every week. Just like when I drink a gallon of water a day, I don't go to bed until my gallon is down. I drink a gallon every day, and sometimes I'll drink more if it's hot. But I always drink a gallon. If I like 2 quarts before I go to bed, I drink 2 quarts before I go to bed. And then that way I know that I'm going to feel great the next day. I couldn't feel better in my life than I do right now. And that's on account of the water. Talk to people about the water. Share with them, you know, invite in meetings and stuff like that. I mean, this is just a lot of things that you need to be talking about. I went too fast. I went to the wrong one. I need to go back. Can we go back? And you are as good as you think you are. If you think that you can do this business, you can do it. If you think, well, I might not be able to do it, you just well pack it in and go home. Because it's not probably going to work for you. Because you need to know, it's just like when you go to, someone hires you or something, you go to work for them. If you think you can do their job after you go there, if you go to work for a CPA and you're not a CPA, you're probably not going to get hired. But make sure that you know what you're doing when you go out there. And don't go and tell somebody about stuff. And this, on 3-way calls, this is another way. This is another thing that I do on 3-way calls. If when I call, I have somebody call somebody, and if you're talking to somebody about say, do you have any more questions on this? And they'll say, yes, I do. And where they tell you the question, say, great question. Get someone on the phone, one of your team members. And that works always good. If you can always get a team member on there, it works great. And if you're having trouble selling these machines and getting them on the counters for people, I don't really call it selling it that much, but if you're having trouble getting them on the counters for the people, then you need to actually rethink what you're doing, because you're not really believing as much as you think you do in yourself. You need to rethink it a little bit and go again. Okay, yeah, and let's see the hands that are having trouble at selling machines now. Let's see the hands. Anybody having trouble? We got quite a few, and well, that's what you need to do then. Is you need to rethink a little bit of what you're doing. I was actually having trouble selling them for a while after I got through my warm market. I actually got me a little tape recorder and tape recorded myself twice. And then I went home and listened to it, and I thought, wow, I would not buy for myself. So I changed that. So you can change it just a little bit. And don't be ashamed to do that. This is your business, and you're trying to make it as good as you can for yourself and your family. You know, and this is a great business for the family too. So this is it. I think that's pretty well it. I don't have any more. I don't have my full 30 minutes, but I want to make sure that you do believe in yourself. This is a big part. And I want to thank you all. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage one of the top distributors from Florida, Mr. Brian Welch.
What's happening? Are we fired up or what? Come on, everybody, get out of your seats. Come on, let's shake it up. Get up, get up. I said get up. All right, let's get up, everybody. I can't hear you. There was an iPad found outside, so if you lost an iPad, see the audio booth in the back. Whew, wow. Well, I'll tell you, yeah, isn't this fun? This is awesome. I have the great pleasure to introduce to you a person that I've known now for probably the last, well, 7 years since I've been in this project. And some of the words that come to me when I think about her is caring, giving, genuine, passionate, very passionate, strong-willed, hard-working to the tens. Huge encourager of people. Every time she's around somebody, no matter who you are, no matter what line, maybe even they're a stranger, she's an encourager. Very loyal to this company, very rooted in this company. She bleeds 9.5 purple, right? She's a top motivational speaker and a life coach. She actually is a trained to trainers right here in Enagic. That should say it all about this lady, right? Come on, give it up, right? Let me hear you. You bet. She is now certified. Anybody ever heard of John Maxwell? Come on, let me hear about John Maxwell. Well, she's a licensed trainer with John Maxwell, and she's training people all over the world. She's born in Latta, South Carolina. She lives in Long Island, New York. It gives me tremendous pleasure to invite to the stage 6A11-4 Camille Bethia Colon.
Guess what? I am as dynamic as the dreams I dream. I am as terrific as the thoughts I think. I am as successful as the words I speak. I am as excellent as the love I bear, the happiness I share, the words I have obtained, the answers I have gained, and I can live the love that I give. I am the excited, the confident, and the multi-million dollar having, any kind of car I want to be driving, any kind of house I want to live in, and guess what? You are too. So give it up for Future 6A15-5. You know what? I am so excited to be here with you all today. I remember when, as I was walking, on my way to the actual convention center, and I'm looking at all of the states and all of the, not the states, but all of the countries that were being recognized, are going to be recognized, especially on tomorrow. I was thinking to myself, man, 10 years ago, just 10 years ago, we were nowhere where we are today. And I'll tell you something, this is just the beginning of greater things to come. See, you all ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing yet. So I just want to take a moment and just give it back to Brian Welch for that wonderful introduction. He said some great things about me, but guys, I need you to understand that it's not about me. I learned a long time ago that when you start thinking it's all about you, you're missing something. See, it's about you. Where my 1A's at? Guess what, 1A's? I used to be a 1A. Yeah. Where my 2A's at? I used to be a 2A too. I did. And a 3A, and a 4A, and a 5A, and a 6A. It didn't happen overnight. We went through a whole lot of stuff. You know, I was talking with one of the young men in my organization, and I was saying, you know, I remember when we first got started, we didn't know a whole lot of nothing. As a matter of fact, we didn't even use clear glasses. We used styrofoam cups. Seriously, people had to pass the cup around and look inside and say, oh, that's a bad thing. And then we messed around and we saw somebody do a demo with clear glasses, and we said, wow, that's a good idea. I mean, so we've come a long way. The thing about it is, the more educated we became, the more we wanted to tell everybody everything that we learned. And as a result, some of our sales went down. So I totally agree with Danny Daniels when he says, keep it simple. Can you all repeat after me? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Say it again, keep it simple. Keep it simple. As long as you keep it simple, I promise you your business will explode. It doesn't matter where you are today. It really doesn't. All of us have been there. Maybe not the exact same situation, but we can definitely relate. So I want to get right into the training. First of all, make sure I'm doing this right. Hey, there we go. You know, what I'm about to share with you is my own personal experiences. And hopefully you'll get something out of it and you'll be able to apply it to your daily business. And the reason being is because I know what it did for me. I know what it's done for others. And I believe that if you apply it, you can get some of that benefit too, whatever it is that you want to do. You know, first of all, you can get all the training in the world. You know, training is good. We say, you know, train and go to trainers and go to trainers until you become a trainer. But what I want you all to know is that although it's good, if there's not a balanced life, if your life is not